Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, a busy night for us here in the Ultimate Dirt TV booth as we get set to travel across the United States as we have 3 broadcasts for the Sprintcars here tonight. The first up is the D&J Sim Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car season opener here live from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. We are looking at 16, 17 drivers signing into the pit area for tonight. In a couple of hours' time, we'll make our way to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania for the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series at about 9:05 Eastern. And then shortly just after 11 p.m. Eastern, we'll travel to the Lernerville Speedway to wrap up the California Lightning Sprint Esports Series. They'll have 360s on tap at Lernerville. So a busy night of racing for us here in the Ultimate Dirt TV booth. And, well, we hope that you enjoy the company. Hope that you enjoy the broadcast here for the next 3 if you plan on sticking around for the first one. Looking like we've got a little over roughly about 30 seconds right now before we head into qualifying. So quickest in practice at the moment, we'll bring this up on the left hand side of your screen so you can see what we're talking about. Joey Monegario, his quick time at the moment in the practice session, but again, that means nothing because you need to set it in qualifying to move forward in your heat race. Matt York is second quickest in the practice session. Brett Wright rounded out the top 3. So the checkered flag is being thrown now on the practice session. And it is now time to get into qualifying. 16 cars took a time in practice. And I know there is 18 drivers who did sign up into the pit area. So let's bring up the qualifying on the left-hand side of your screen. And let's try and focus on some of these drivers and how they do. Down the bottom left is the driver that we're currently watching on screen, Tom Mackey. Tom Mackey in car number 13 at 300 Customs. J West Express. Here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Times will start to come through right now. Tom Mackey sets a time of 14.174. Andrew Gates in car number 22. That's a schmick looking ride, I must say. Let's bring up the best times on this screen as well. Up right next to their name is Olcheski, a 14.074. Ryan Hall with a 14.18 or 131. His best lap. Tyler Montesano, 14.027. Joshua Indick with a 13.783. The In the Groove number 7 as Montesano jumps to 3rd quick. Brett Holland pulling up on the racetrack as well. Matt Yorker still circulating, 14.062, his best lap, and his last lap, in fact, it'll go to a 13.846. Andrew Gates on screen in car number 19, the Spiderway entry. 7th quick there on lap number 1. He will slow that car up, and he slick wraps number 19 entry. He will pull that up onto the back straight away, so that looks like at this stage 12 cars have taken a time. We're still looking at roughly 6 drivers looking to get a lap time in. Of course, while we've got this opportunity, down the bottom right hand corner of your screen, the sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course we can't do it without those lovely people supporting us here on the sim racing side of things. Of course, a big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Again, we thank each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight here to Ultimate Dirt TV, the first of 3 broadcasts. So we start the week off with 4 on a Sunday night with World of Thunder and the Wings Only Racing. And then we finish off now on Thursday with 3 broadcasts once again. So plenty of sim racing to get you through the COVID-19 stuff. We still waiting on a minute and a half left in this qualifying session. It looks like Lance Johnson is making his way out onto the racetrack in the Weekend Speedway AgTech number 25X. Well, looks like he'll pull that car up. Not happy with how car, so he'll get another opportunity right now to go out and lay down a lap time. Thank you very much for those likes and shares and follows that come through on the broadcast. We're now just under 60 seconds away, so as you can see, the time's up on the left-hand side of your screen, right next to the driver's name, Joshua Indick. Quick time with a 13.783. 4 1,000ths of a second slower was Quinn Wallace with a 13.787. Tyler Montesano with a 13.836. Matt York, a 4th quick with a 13.846. And Brett Wright to round out your top 5 with a 13.866. Joe Bongario is 6th quick with a 13.888. And Andrew Gates with a 13.906. In fact, there goes Lance Johnson. I don't know why I didn't pick him up on the timing and scoring string with a 13.800. Lap number 1, lap number 2. Will it be quicker? It is quicker, but it's only 3rd quick. Still 13.796. Talk about leaving it to the last second. He waited right till the death. Lance Johnson jumps up into the top 3. The DJ Sim Racing 360 Wings Sprint Cars, your season opener. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1. Now, why is it down there? Yeah, well, that's no point bringing that up. Because if we take a look over on the left-hand side, Joshua Indick will start pole position. To the outside of the front row, Tyler Montesano. And we'll go back to Joey Bongario and Tom Mackey in row 2, Brett Holland in row 3. Going off those qualifying results, which we're about to bring up on screen right now, we are looking at 3 heat races here tonight. So the first 10 drivers are separated by 1/4 of a second. So the 360 Wings Sprint Cars, the season opener here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. What better way to launch us off into the first of 3 broadcasts here tonight. Thank you very much for all that follow. Appreciate the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. It is time to let these drivers loose for the first of 3 heat races here on the program. The D&J Sim Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car season opener. The green flag flies. And Montesano on the outside. Got a good launch over Joshua Indick down into turn number 1 and 2. Indick was the quickest qualifier here tonight, and we'll see what he can do in heat racing competition. Just 8 short laps around the virtual Volusia Speedway Park as Montesano continues to lead down the back straightaway from Indik, Mackie, Monegario and Hollinger top 5, and that is the top 5 that started heat race number 1. Indik trying to work upstairs and then cut it down a little bit lower there on the exit of turn number 2 to try and get that speed and momentum out of the turns. But Tyler Montesano right now, your leader. 3 in the books and 5 laps left to run. Montesano runs high on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Indik. He'll make a pass down to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. Joshua Indik to the race lead. At the halfway stage, now the battle is on for 3rd and 4th. Oh no, Monegario hit the inside wall. And that's going to be a DNF for him. He'll have to come from the back of the bus in tonight's main event. Meanwhile, the 7 of Tyler Montesano right there in 2nd spot again. Closing in on your race leader, Joshua Indik, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps left to run. Race control, giving the popsicle sticks out in the air. 6 in the book so far. Heat race number 1 of 3. The D&J Sim Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car season opener. Indik will greet the white flag for the first of these 4 drivers left on the racetrack. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Getting the win here in heat race number 1 will go to Joshua Indik. Second will be Tyler Montesano. Tom Mackey in 3rd, Brett Holland in 4th, and Joe Monegario will round out the top 5. Heat number 1 is complete. We'll bring up those results up on your screen just for you guys to confirm that one. Jordan Cherney did not take to the racetrack, so he will still get scored in 6th position. Now, seeing as though we've got, this probably isn't going to work. Yep, no, for some reason it won't, but we can bring up the, you can have a look at your starting grid there on the top left of the screen. Quinn Wallace and Matt Yorker on the front row. Andrew Gates and Roger Olszewski in row 2. Alex Studinger and William Suave in row number 3. So that's Quinn Wallace in the 1W. Matt Yorker in the 21 car. Andrew Gates in what is the 19 car. You went to that one there just because of that Cat's French pole. Roger Olszewski in the 22. And looks like that is all here for heat race number 1. Studinger and Suave. Suave missed the grid. Heat race number 2 here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Who will get the win here? Wallace, Yorker, Olszewski, or Gates? You would think that Quinn Wallace should get the win, however. Don't discount out the other drivers on the racetrack. Here we go, heat race number 2. The D&J Sim Racing season opener here from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park, and we are green. Down into turn number 1, it's Quinn Wallace in that 1W, then you go back to Matt Yorker in 2nd. The battle on between Gates and Olszewski as Gates now looking to the outside in that 22 machine. In fact, 19. Oh no, there's contact. Olszewski and Gates come together. William Suave coming out onto the racetrack as well. He is quite some distance behind your race leader. There is William Suave in the 21. Quinn Wallace will continue to lead around the half a mile of a D-shaped racetrack here known as the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. Here comes Matt Yorker diving down low down into turn number 1 and 2. He nearly pulled up alongside the 1W but unable to complete that pass. Track is still narrow at this stage of the night. Hopefully it will widen out the more and more laps we get on it. After heat 3, we're looking at a 5-minute warm-up session, so hopefully we let these drivers use that entire 5-minute warm-up session as the 21 of William Suave now about to go a lap down from your race leader. He'll stay to the middle of the racetrack, and there goes Quinn Wallace around the outside. That will complete lap number 6 of 8. 2 laps left to run as there goes Yorker. Couple of 21s on screen. Yorker, the first of the 21s, but out of turn 4. As we wait, we've just been given the white flag here. We wait for the checkered flag to come out next here. Heat race number 2 is complete. I should say. Your win goes to Quinn Wallace. Matt Yorker second. Roger Olszewski in third. Andrew Gates in fourth. And William Suave to round out your top 5. Heat race number 3. Cars making their way onto the racetrack on the front straight over behind the racing.com official pace truck. Take a look up at the top left under heat 3. That is your starting grid. Lance Johnson will start on pole to his outside Brett Wright. Tyler Totman will start position number 3. Ryan Hall will roll off at a position number 4. JJ Corsi, he will start position 5, and Doug Gavette will roll off at a position number 6. The third and final heat race of the night here from the Volusia Speedway Park. After tonight's main event, we'll get ready for the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series presented by Dirty Old Bastards, as they travel, and we travel, to the Williams Grove Speedway. And then after that, at about 11:05 Eastern, we go live for the California Lightning Sprints Esports Series 360s to wrap up tonight at Lernerville Speedway. So a big night of sim racing here on Ultimate Dirt TV. As we get set to Lance Johnson and Brett Wright, the 25 of Johnson. Brett Wright in the 14 machine. We get set. Heat number 3, your third and final heat race of the night is green flag, and 8 laps on the board once again. Side by side down through corners number 1 and 2. Brett Wright will take the lead down the back straightaway. He will lead off turn number 4. Brett Wright leading lap number 1 of 8. Johnson moves up in front of Hall. Hall now trying to cut down a little bit there on the 12 of Tyler Totman. JJ Corsi in 5th, and Doug Gavette rounds out the 6-car field. We're watching right now Ryan Hall battling with the 12 of Tyler Totman. They'll come together, banging a bit of wheels there. Through turns 1 and 2, they both kept it going. Meanwhile, Lance Johnson coming after the race leader of Brett Wright, unable to do so. 3 down and 5 to run. The final heat race of the night. And Brett Wright from the outside of the front row as Johnson cuts it down low out of turn number 4, but Brett Wright continues to lead Johnson, trying to throw the slide job. Totman, Corsi, Gavette, Ryan Hall going back to the pits as well. So that'll leave us 5 cars left in heat number 3. 2.5 to go down the back straightaway. Brett Wright looking for a win from the outside of the front row. Started position number 2, but here comes Lance Johnson. He's getting a run. He got a good run out of 4 there on the previous lap, but time is starting to run out. Johnson staying low and staying true to the bottom side through turns 3 and 4. The white flag flies. He pulls up alongside right now. The drag race out of turn number 2. Oh, Wright's going to shut the door on Johnson. And thank you very much goes JJ Corsi. He will get the win. Oh man, Doug at home in second. Johnson third. Brett Wright upside down. Tyler Totman, he should be able to make it across the start-finish line. Man, oh man. Some controversy there to finish up heat race number 3. Wowee. We have a 5-minute warm-up session. And it looks like the track got a bit of a reset. So what we might do is we might take this opportunity right out, a step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV, let these drivers bring in the racetrack a bit more. And we will take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. Your 35-lap main event, the D&J Sim Racing season opener here from the virtual Volusia Speedway Park.
My name is Steven Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV, the D&J Sim Racing season opener here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler in the booth as we get set to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and Joshua Indick and Quinn Wallace will start out of positions 1 and 2. JJ Corsi and Tyler Montisano will start positions 3 and 4. Matt Yorker will roll off out of position number 5. Doug Gavett will start position number 6. Tom Mackey out of position 7. Roger Olszewski will start position number 8. Lance Johnson will start position 9. And Brett Holland to round out your top 10. Rolling off out of position number 11 is Andrew Gates, and Brett Wright will start position number 12. A little bit down the page, Joey Bonagario and William Suave to make up positions 13 and 14. 15th starter is going to be Ryan Hall and Tyler Totman. And that will be the 16 cars, the 8 rows, Jordan Cherney and Alex Studinger. Both those drivers did not make this. They might have signed in to the pit area, but having some virtual engine problems. So tonight's I'm pretty sure it's a 35 lap feature event. Who will get the job done in the D&J Sim Racing season opener, of course, presented by ASRS, Alex Studinger Racing Series, and I believe it is Yorker IRAPs as well coming up. There it is down the bottom left hand side on bottom of the screen. It's a 30-lap main event. It's time to get after it. There's Joshua Indick. It's going to be Quinn Wallace to lead down through turn number 1 and 2. Indick and Montisano, your top 3 as all will go yellow very quickly. Let's get a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And Tom Mackey there. Can't seem to have problems. Oh, just got tagged by the 22 there. So a bit of a wild ride there for the 13 machine. Slides up, nowhere to go. And unfortunately, he goes for a bit of a wild ride, and that will most likely end his feature race campaign, as there he is back on pit road. And at 300 Customs J West Express, number 13 machine, the 14. So that was Brett Wright going back through pit road. So I'm just waiting to see now. We won't get to see this until about lap 6 or 7 whether iRacing laps count, the yellow flag laps count, or whether they do not count. I know some tracks there are a bug. I know Knoxville's got a bug when it comes to putting half the field a lap down. Lights are out on the pace truck. So at this stage, if caution laps don't count, we're only 1 in with 29 to go. However, if caution laps count, well, we are 4 in with 26 to go. Field single file restarts. Joshua Indick, Quinn Wallace and JJ Corsi. Green flag is out. Montisano once again all over the back of Corsi through 1 and 2. And now here comes Matt Yorker. Yorker will look to the inside, looking to go for the daily double. He will look to get 2 spots, but not even going to get 1. Caution laps will not count. We're on lap number 3 right now as Montisano back to the inside on Matt Yorker. Yorker races to the top side of the racetrack, down into turn number 3 and 4, the middle of the groove, just above the slick is the place to be early on here in tonight's main event. Lance Johnson back there in the 25X machine. Trying to get inside the top 5. He'll go low. Slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson and Montesano side by side. Meanwhile, Yorker coming after Corsi for third. 4/10 of a second. Make that half a second lead for Joshua Indick over Quinn Wallace. Battle still goes on for 5th and 6th. Good battle right now. 7th, 8th, and we might have been throwing 9th as well. Gates, Gavette, and Bonagario. Bonagario to the outside. He's starting to make some moves. He's up to position number 8, and Joey is hot on the tail of the 19 of Andrew Gates out of turn number 2. Can Gates hold on to position number 7? We go back up towards... Oh, look out. We got the 13 machine. Tom Mackey, yellow flag is out. And it's Tom Mackey again after coming back out on pit road. See what happens here in your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Oh, caught that inside wall. And that's when the yellow lights have been brought on, unfortunately. For Mackey, that's his second caution of the night, and you would think that 13 machine is going to be done and dusted. So we welcome you back to live pictures from Volusia Speedway Park. Beautiful sunset over the back of turn number 4. Lights still flashing here on the iRacing.com pace trucks, so these drivers will be on a 2 to green signal. So 8 laps completed so far in tonight's 30-lap main event, still with 22 circuits. You're looking at 11 miles to run here at Volusia. Just go back to lap 8, now went to lap 9. There we go, back to lap 8, so going back to the last recorded lap. Joshua Indick, Quinn Wallace, JJ Corsi, the top 3. Matt Yorker, Lance Johnson, your top 5. Montesano, Gates, Bonagario, Gavette, Suave, your top 10. Totman, Holland, Wright, Olcheski, Hall, the top 15. Mackey is done in position number 16. Pace truckers in. Joshua Indick gets on the gas, the right foot, hits the pedal to the metal, and we are green once again here at Volusia. Here comes Yorker with a big slide jump on Corsi into turns 1 and 2. Corsi going to go back to the inside, down into turn number 3. And Yorker around the outside. And here comes Lance Johnson as well. Oh, I think it's time for Tom Mackey in the 13 just to hang it up. He comes back out and does it once again. Third caution that bloke was caused. When you're not on, you're not on. Sometimes it's just not your night. So the third caution brought out by the same car, and Tom Mackey is OUT. You see down in the bottom of the standings on the left-hand side, he is in 16th position. Alex Studinger and Jordan Cherney, they didn't even grid, so again they have virtual engine problems. So we are left with 15 cars. We are 1/3 of the race distance complete. So 10 in the books. We're still 20 to go, and there's still opportunities for right now. As this track will start to widen out, there's definitely opportunities for that bottom side to come back in. Look, there's still a lot of moisture out of turn 4 on the bottom side. So the lap counter should go back to lap 10 of 30 down out of turn number 2. Again, we'll go back to the last recorded lap. Alright, waiting for the lights on the pace truck to go out. As we're waiting for the pace truck to go in. The lights are already out. They've been out for an entire lap right now. There he goes inside on pit road. A good caution on the inside of that third road, trying to get jump on the inside, but here we go down into turn number 1 and 2. It's Wallace, York, oh no, Johnson, hang on to it, he does. Uh-oh, look out, look out. Somehow we stay green. Man, that was a wild restart. Cars into the front stretch wall. Brett Holland, Roger Olszewski as well. Drivers involved in an incident here on the front straightaway. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion. Instant replay. Oh, 22. Bring that one back a little bit as try and get a look closer here. So the 22 of Roger Olszewski just comes down just a little. We got a little loose, got through the slick in the left front, caught the right rear of the 16 machine of Tom Mackey. Brett Holland it was. And you can see both those cars facing the wrong way down on the front straight, heading towards turn number 1. Again, just another look at that one. So the 22 comes sliding through, just as he comes out of turn 4. He gets a slick patch, and that car just takes a hard left turn into the right rear of Brett Holland. Lights are out. Thank you for that follow, Carol. Appreciate it. Welcome into Ultimate Dirt TV. Your home for dirt broadcast here on the iRacing.com service. So we get set for green flag. Joshua Indick once again. Good on those restarts. Wallace good as well. Yorker, Gates, Bonagario back there in 5th. Oh no, look at who got hit from behind. Let's look at him go 2 and nearly 3 wide there. Where's Johnson coming back up to position number 6? He'll slide to the top side down through turn number 1 and 2. Most of these drivers are somewhat spread out by 3, 4, 5 car lengths towards the top 5. We go back to look at routing sort of just inside of your top 10. Totman and Bonagario. Totman in the number 12 machine. Now here comes Tyler Montesano. Joey's got that number 28 machine working. He'll slide to position number 7. We are halfway home already. 15 make that 16 down. 14 to run. Ryan Hall in that number 3 car. He has got Suave. William Suave looking to the outside. Suave look to breaks into the top 10. Then you go back to JJ Corsi. He's fallen back to position 11. He's continuing. He's running the bottom side, but look out. He drives into the side of Ryan Hall. We're about to go yellow, and there it is. Oh man, let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. just straight up from the bottom side. That car got awfully tight. And unfortunately, he's going to go back to pit road. Jason, if you check out DJ Sim Racing on Facebook, give them a like and a follow. Message their page, and the admin team over there will tell you how to get involved in this one. Tonight is the season opener. Catch all season long here in the 360 Wing Sprint Cars right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Hello, Mr. Roy Schmidt. How are you, sir? Twelve circuits remain around Volusia. Pace truck will take a left-hand turn into pit road. As there it goes, it's on pit road. Joshua Indick once again gets on the gas. He'll go to the top side down through turn number 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Brett Wright in that 14 machine in 4th position, as here comes Andrew Gates to the outside, and then Lance Johnson trying to work low. Wright goes to the bottom side down through 1 and 2, but no, it's going to be Matt Yorker to hold on to that 3rd position. Meanwhile, look out, Quinn Wallace tried low out of turn 4. And right in the middle of 3 and 4, he caught that inside wall. 2nd, 3rd and 4th on screen right now. Wallace in the 1W. Staying low through turn number 3 and 4. Well, in fact, goes right through the slick. Certainly not where you want to put your rear tyres on the racetrack. Ryan Hall about to come out of pit road, hopefully. He will do so once it is safe. As look at this battle right now. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. There's a battle on for 5th and 6th between Gates and Johnson. But right now this battle, we approach 7 to run. So now less than a heat race distance away from the main event wrapping up. And I'll tell you what, the 14 of Brett Wright continues to work low all the way around the half a mile of a racetrack. Low again. Good drive there off turn number 4. He's trying to pull even now. Man, I tell you what, it's very hard to keep your speed and momentum up there on the bottom side of the racetrack, especially when guys are running the top and they're just hammered down. Oh, look, here he comes. Man, what a drive. Quarter exit speed was fantastic there from Brett Wright in the 14. 3 wide, and Brett Wright, he will get the double down into turn number 3. Oh no, Yorker! He tagged the back of Brett Wright. 360 keeps it going. And Yorker, oh, you can just see by the car's body language, he pulled that car up. And that was by all means not intentional. He just wanted to try and keep it on the low side, but just carried too much speed. Wright does a 360. And Yorker is going to go to the back. Wowee. What? So how about the controversy there to finish out of turn 4, closing in on these final 5 laps. So now the top 3, still Joshua Indick and Quinn Wallace, 1st and 2nd. Lance Johnson, he's now going to be in 3rd in that 25X machine. Andrew Gates, 4th. Brett Wright back to 5th. don't forget, in just under an hour's time, we take a quick flight out to Williams Grove Speedway, the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. And then in about 3 hours' time, it'll be the CLS, the California Lightning Sprints Esports Series 360s at the Lernerville Speedway. Five to run. Pace truck goes back to pit road. In fact, make that 4 to run, sorry. So what can Quinn Wallace do? He stays low through 1 and 2. Indy continues that momentum on the top side of the racetrack, but this might be an opportunity for Quinn Wallace. There is only a number of opportunities to go. He'll get to the inside. He'll have the race lead momentarily, but the yellow flag is out, which means Joshua Indyk is going to go back to the race lead. So we'll take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Oh. Ouch. Yvette. And Yorker, I believe that was. So Yorker, well, that's an unhappy couple of laps for the driver of the number 21 machine. So right now, drivers on the front straightaway. We're looking from the backstretch wall. Or the backstretch camera, I should say. To the green, you can still see the lights flashing on the iRacing.com pace truck. So the 7:14 now of Joshua Indyk, the race leader. Looking for the clean sweep here tonight, quickest in qualifying. Picked up a heat race number 1 win. And looking for a 30-lap main event win. Lights are out. You're looking at 11 drivers left on the racetrack for these final couple of laps. Can Joshua Indyk, can he hold on? Can Quinn Wallace, can he steal this race away from Indyk out in these final 2 laps? A green-white checker, not an extended version, just a normal green-white checker. Wallace just edging and inching closer and closer there on the restart. Again, he'll go low through turn number 1 and 2. Indy good through up on the top side of the racetrack. And yellow, yellow, yellow. Drivers may be getting a little too desperate there in the final stages of tonight's main event, and it seems that some drivers, they just, once they realise that there's only 2 laps left to run, the mindset, the mentality, it all changes. Especially if you are at the back or in the mid-pack, you really don't want to have to lift for anybody. So the lights are out to 1 to green. As now we have the extended green-white checker here at Volusia. I'm not sure how many times we've got an opportunity to get a green-white checker in. I would assume it's maybe only about 3 or 5 times. So let's see if they can get it done on attempt number 1. Again, it's a 2-lap sprint to the end. Indic, this time he stays low out of turn 4. He gets these 4 wheels in the moisture. And now he's going to protect the low. But no, in fact, he'll run the slider line through 1 and 2. He's good there. Down into turn 3 and 4, he'll run the same line. Oh no, Quinn Wallace, that could be the opportunity. Gone begging. He caught the inside wall. White flag is out. Now we race it to the start-finish line out of turn number 4 this time by your win. The DJ Sim Racing season opener goes to Joshua Indic. He will claim victory here at the virtual Volusia Speedway Park. We bring the results up on screen right now. Joshua Indic, Quinn Wallace, Lance Johnson, your top 3. Andrew Gates, Joey Bongario, Tyler Totman, Tyler Montesano, Doug Gavette, Brett Holland, and William Suave round out the top 10. Couple of guys from 11th on back, 11 through to 16, all DNS. Brett Wright, Matt Yorker, Ryan Hall, JJ Corsi, Roger Olcheski, and Tom Mackey. 16 cars in that one. Congratulations goes to Joshua Indic here on the D&J Sim Racing season opener for the 360 winged sprint cars. We'll have an interview with our top 3 here in just a few moments' time. I'm going to give these drivers an opportunity to get into the server. Alright, well, let's bring in our winner here tonight in car number 714. It's Joshua Indic. Josh, congratulations on this victory. Well, a clean sweep for you tonight. You must be thrilled about this result.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had fun. I got texted 10 minutes before the race started. Joey asked me if I wanted to race for fun. I was like, yeah, sure. Found out it was broadcasted after we already started.
Now, track got a reset after the heat races, so you guys had, I think about 5 minutes to go in and run the track in. Track got a little sort of, I don't want to say tricky there at the end, but there was guys sort of working that low side at both ends. Were you sort of worried about that in those last probably handful of laps?
I was just running, playing safe, and then near the end, the guys were saying, all those restarts, you got to start covering your bottom. So that's when I started pushing down to the bottom to see if there's any grip there, and just covering myself so that way, Quinn didn't get by.
Well, quick time, heat race win, and now a feature win here, the DJ Sim Racing season opener here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Josh, congratulations on this victory. We'll let you get out of here and we'll let you celebrate this win. But before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
JR Motorsports, Hammered On Race Sets. I appreciate Joey, you guys for all putting this on. It was fun. I had a blast.
All right, Joshua Indic there, home in first place. We'll chat to the driver that comes home second place tonight in car number 1W. It is Quinn Wallace. Quinn, congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry, I did have a question for you. I was too busy trying to get the phlegm out of my throat. But second place here tonight. You must be thrilled about this result. You had a couple of opportunities late in this race, but unfortunately didn't pan out for you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely happy to be out here in Victory Lane, bringing the Showtime Motorsports ride home in second. But driver made a few small mistakes hitting the inner wall, but the car was perfect all night and probably the best car out there to win.
Now, those last couple of green-white checkers, we know you were working the bottom side prior to that. Did you think that maybe Josh was going to go down there and protect that line, or were you hoping that, should you not hit the inside wall like you did in 3 and 4 there, coming out of 4, to get the white flag, do you think you certainly had a shot at him?
I definitely think so. I've been running a lot of official races here this week, and It's always the track seems pretty predictable. The top side gets too far out there, and if you can run the bottom smooth and not hit the wall, it's usually fast. And yeah, just hitting that inner wall just that little tiny bit just killed my drive.
Well, what a good way to open up the season open here for the DJ Sim Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Quinn, second place finish here tonight in the main event. Congratulations. We'll let you get out of here. But before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff. Who makes the wheels turn on this 1W?
Oh, I think Showtime Motorsports, T-Mom Designs for keeping me in a cool looking ride, Dylan CC over at In the Groove Tire Science, and Fleet Repairs.
All right, there we go. That was Quinn Wallace there home in second spot. Tome in third spot tonight. The final place on the podium goes to Lance Johnson. Lance, congratulations. Third place run here tonight. Well, you must be thrilled about this result here.
Yeah, it was a tough race, man. We had a hard go from the back, and a couple little incidents made it tough for us. But yeah, managed to pull the JIR Sim Sports car up to third and got it done.
Truck was during that main event. Obviously, the track really widened up. Did you have your car set up for the top or the bottom, or were you just hoping that wherever you went, wherever was necessary, that you were going to put this 25X machine?
Yeah, I say it to everybody, and I'm like a broken record. I can't qual for anything, but I can race. So I was mainly trying to set it up for the mid to high sections, and you probably saw in the heat that I finally made it work on the bottom, and then Brett and I got into each other, so it kind of ruined my low line confidence. But yeah, I was just trying to watch what the guys in front of me were doing and seeing where they were messing up, and just adapting.
All right, well, looking back at sort of things now after you had a couple of minutes to reflect while you're waiting to chat to us up here in the booth, anything that you could have done differently setup-wise, maybe a part of the race that you maybe thought, oh, maybe I should have slid in there. Could you have done anything differently to finish one or two steps higher on the podium?
I think if I was to do it any differently, I'd just drive a bit more aggressive, utilize the cushion a little bit more, and not let people kind of take advantage of me. I just kind of, I played a little passive, so maybe next time race a little harder and make people a little bit less comfortable.
All right, Lance, congratulations. Third place run here on the season opener for DJ Sim Racing. Buddy, we'll let you get out of here, but before we let you go, of course, we'll give you an opportunity to thank some people. Who makes it happen for you?
Well, mainly it's JAR Sim Sports, Hammer Down Race Sets. Jeremy Isabel, he helped me out a lot this week with Volusia. It's not my best track, so yeah. And Matt Yorkie for getting it all together tonight.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Johnson there home in third place. And again, that wraps up the podium interviews. Top three, Joshua Indick gets the win here tonight. Gwyn Wallace second and Lance Johnson in third. Of course, a big thanks to, of course, DJ Sim Racing for putting on these events. A big thanks to, of course, Alex Studinger Racing Series and Yorker IRAPs as well. Don't forget to check them out on their social media page, or their pages. Give them a like and a follow and keep up to date with all the action that they've got going on. Of course, a big thanks to our own sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and everybody in the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you shortly in about 40 minutes time for the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. That'll be at the Williams Grove Speedway. But congratulations goes to Joshua Indick here tonight.